Just last week, I released a video saying I'm consolidating all of my social media. And so thanks to Charisse for asking, can I get one tip on how to consolidate my social media? I mean, there's just so many different parts of us, like how do you even do it? So today I've got 3 tips for you, and these tips are the tip of the iceberg really, and I'm going to be talking about it more on my YouTube channel or through email. And so these 3 tips are knowing yourself, knowing who you're talking to, and knowing how to adjust. The reason why I am consolidating my social media, and it's really just not everywhere, it's just only on a couple of channels, part of it is just because I've segmented my stuff so much that it's confusing the bejesus out of me. Because Mike and I started traveling a few years ago and we had this whole online thing, and then we were traveling, so I separated those, and then I came back and wanted to work with local businesses, so I developed a model around my content called Craft Clever Content, and then I ended up becoming an Access Bars practitioner and facilitator, and I'm like, I kind of still do all of these things. And so I wanted to just have it in one place because I am one person. So let's go back to the 3 tips, and the first one is knowing yourself. What value do you have to give? How does what you have solve other people's problems? Number 2 is know who you're talking to. Now, the person that you're talking to, what problems do they have, and how are their problems and pain points in relation to what you're offering? Who are they? How can you speak to them in a way that they understand you? What are different specific parts of their life? And so you've got your target market, but really even just getting even more specific and narrowing it down to up to 3 personas. That's 1 to 3 personas. And let's just say that you start with 1 persona and you get to know who this person is. You have a picture of them, you've got a name, you know how old they are, if they're married, if they're single, where they live, what they do on a day-to-day basis, and how their problems relate to your product. So just knowing exactly who they are. And part of the reason why you're doing this is because when you're creating content, you're going to have a picture in your mind of this specific person. If you're saying, but hey, my product actually helps everybody and everything, and that might be all well and great, and that's cool. What if you just narrowed it down to 1 and then ended up moving to the next one later on? And the 3rd tip is learning how to adjust. So you know yourself and you know your audience, and you know the content that you're giving them because it's the value that you're providing in a way that they understand it, right? And so sometimes when you're thinking of the customer journey, there's specific stages on their journey in which you're delivering them content, and depending on the journey that they're on, you're speaking to them in a way that they understand you at that point in time. So let me give you an example. So let's say the first stage is awareness, and that's when they first see your post, whether it's organically on a news feed, maybe they're scrolling and they see your post, maybe there's an ad there, maybe they're already on your email list and they've seen you there. So awareness that you're around, a Google ad, whatever. And so let's say the next step is attraction. So they see your ad and they're like, ooh, this is really interesting, let me look at it. And then the step after that, let's say it's assessment. They've clicked on your ad, they've clicked on your post, they watched it, they're like, this is really cool, what do I do next? Okay, well, let me enter my information in, Okay, I want more information about this because this is really interesting. So when you're in the assessment stage, they're just trying to figure out, is this what they really want? And they're going to compare what you have to other people's stuff. And then they're going to come back and try to decide whether they want to choose you or choose something else or keep on searching elsewhere. Anyways, so those are just examples of some stages. And so those specific stages and the rest of the stages, the customer journey, are actually very measurable. And so when you know that you're looking at the customer journey and you're like, this bit here, my numbers look a little low here, it's not what I'm expecting, what can I do that to change and increase my conversions? And this is kind of a long video on something that's saying, give me 1 tip for consolidation. The point is I can't really give you an exact answer of what will work for you because only you know that. And so by knowing all of the different variables and knowing how to adjust things, it'll give you a better idea of what you can do. And also, when I was segmenting, and I guess over segmenting a lot of my stuff, I was just spending too much time on things that weren't important. And now my workflows have just been a lot easier, and I feel happier because I know what I'm doing, and I know that if I don't know what I'm doing, then I need to go back to the drawing board, figure out why I'm doing this, and just understand why I'm here, who I am, knowing my audience, and learning to adjust. Hope this helps, and I'll be talking more about this later on, maybe in shorter videos, maybe in longer. You let me know. What do you want? Is this too long? Is this too short? Would you just want little snippets? Is this too much information? Is this not enough information? Anyway, hope you guys have a fabulous day, and thank you again, Cherise, for this question, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers, guys. Be different, be lighter, be you.